Hello everyone and welcome. As I mentioned in my last discussion of Dark and Darker, I'm likely going to be taking a large portion of Wipe 6 off. I've had a lot of fun for the last 2 weeks of, the start of this wipe with solo self-found gear, but the pending reopening of the marketplace and the determination that Iron Mace has shown to deliberately break the gearing in their game, well, I'm sad. My buddies and I are also sad. A few of us have been playing this game together as our main game for the better part of the last 2 years, but we are just kind of collectively in the same headspace. We're fatigued by Iron Mace and their decision making, and how these decisions generally result in us feeling like our time is being wasted. Specifically, we're bummed out that we can no longer have a place where we can PvP in Dark and Darker without the need to min-max gear to get sweaty. The marketplace is just magnifying that. The absence of the under 24 lobbies, the 24 lobbies allowed for a 0 investment level in PvP, and it's now functionally gone. It's replaced by a level of unbalance in gear that we've never really seen before. Anyway, we're looking around for another co-op PvP experience, which has led us to today's video. Mistfall Hunter, currently running a free playtest right now, available on Steam. For anyone familiar with Dark and Darker, you'll see that this game is modeled after some of its better ideas. It's a 1 to 3 player co-op PVPVE extraction game. It currently has 5 classes and 1 map. It has both a tutorial level and a training ground, allowing you to load into an arena with your gear and your build and fight a handful of the same monsters to practice 1 or 2 moves till you're perfect. It's innovative, right? Someone's been reading the recommendations section on Iron Mace's Discord. Glad it's not going to waste. Now, Mistfall replaces Dark and Darker's generic fantasy background with something considerably more Norse-inspired. Everything from the weapon selection to the character models to the spell systems for the 2 currently available spellcasting classes, they seem to be pulled directly from that mythos. I will say the game has an overall more of an action RPG feel from its talents and abilities. All classes have a dodge or roll mechanic, so you can roll out of enemy attacks. Both melee classes have a gap closing ability, but everyone moves at the same base movement speed. First impressions. The game feels like a complete product. They've clearly thought about providing an onboarding experience for new players with multiple tools and solos and tutorials to get a player up to speed playing the real game quickly. You have a series of challenges designed to train you on how to use your moves, your weapons, your equipment, so you can get the most out of them. There are multiple progression systems evident from the main menu. Not only do characters have levels, which award talent points that can be spent on a number of diverse class-specific talent trees, you can specialize your character along a path or a build of your choosing. You can refund these points at any time, so feel free to experiment. Go nuts. Additionally, there are shops and camps and other menu locations which require resources to build up and unlock new progression and in-game features. These resources needed must be collected in the dungeon, so you'll need to extract with them in your limited storage, which really puts you as a player to a question about what you choose to focus each run on. Are you going in to get gear, cash, or resources to build? In my shortly under an hour playtime with the game, in technical state, it seems to be pretty solid, especially for being a beta and a demo. I've experienced 0 crashes in my time with the game. It's clear that they're not completely done with the optimization yet, at least on visual assets. I've experienced some steep frame drops from a regular solid 80 FPS down into the 30s. This has happened regularly, particularly when using high mobility skills like the Mercenary's Shield Slam. But I think this is an expected result for a game in this stage of development. This has all been in single player matches so far, so this may feel worse in trios when there's more characters doing more things on the screen. I'll report back to you when I find out. Now, I've only played for less than an hour, but coming from a Dark and Darker, I would say it feels really easy to just pick up and start playing, largely because of how this game wears its inspiration on its sleeve. Now, 2 big things jumped out at me right away. The first of which is there's a certain jankiness to the movement and to the skills, very much like Dark and Darker, but it's still in an action beta state. The other thing that jumped out at me is that it's leaning more into an action RPG mode than Dark and Darker would. Not quite as floaty or arcadey as Legacy Steel and Sorcery, if you've played or seen that. I'd place it about halfway between the heavy physics feel of Dark and Darker and the floatiness of Legacy. Regardless, having put about an hour into the free beta myself, I'm going to try and rope in my amigos and fill in some of the time that we have now that Dark and Darker is heading in the wrong direction. Give this video a thumbs up if you'd like to see more content related to Mistfall Hunter. My takeaway is that this game has both promise and really good timing. BellRing Games, if you are listening, the best marketing you guys could possibly do is extend this beta for the next few weeks, given how determined Iron Mace is to buff druids and other questionable design choices. Anyway, this is Mistfall Hunter by BellRing Games. Links in the description below. Currently free on Steam. It's a 16 gigabyte download. They have servers available in North America, in Virginia, and in Korea. So if you are like me and you're looking for something to play while Dark and Darker works through its latest series of self-inflicted problems, I'd recommend you give this a look. Until next time, Koopa out.